Hey everyone, it's Robert and you're watching Sidestep Adventures. And today I've returned for the fourth time, I believe, to the destroyed cemetery out here in the woods of Georgia. Now if you saw the other videos on this cemetery, you'll know that there used to be a fence around it that got knocked over by a logging company when they clear cut these trees. And also these graves got knocked over. Now, as you can see, these graves have been stood up the best that they can be. These two are broken, unfortunately, and that was knocked over there. If you've seen the other video, you already know, and it still belongs up there. But also, one of the updates I wanted to give you now is that the fence has been removed, and they're actually going to pay to have a new fence put in here. So that's really good news. You can see where somebody's come out here with pink tape and obviously taped off the fence line. Now, as I understand, the fence company is supposed to come out here and put up the fence just about any day. So hopefully that gets done pretty soon, and I believe it will, since they've already marked out where the fence used to go and removed the old fence. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about while I was out here is, if you remember from the other videos, there were supposed to be 2 or 3 more graves out here. Thus the Tatum family right there, MD Tatum and 2 children right there. And I'd also read online on one of the find a grave type sites that MD Tatum's wife was actually supposed to be buried out here. Someone had requested a picture of her headstone, and there is no headstone for her. But when I came out here today, I guess the sun was hitting the ground just right. I noticed there is a depression in the ground right here, and it's grave sized. It looks like that's probably a grave right there. So I figure, I of course have no way of knowing for sure, but that's probably his wife buried right there, and in an unmarked grave, of course. According to the records I read, she was supposed to be buried beside MD Tatum, and of course she would not be beside him but be at the end right here. But I believe that's what that is. With, you can see his grave, the 2 children, and then a definite outline of a grave right here. And I actually didn't see that the first couple times I came out here, and I think the first time I came out here there was a bunch of brush from the logging scattered all over this grave. Now, I've looked around again because Jephthah Chambliss and his wife are also supposed to be buried out here. Now, you might be able to see this. That's an indention right there in the ground, but I do not believe that to be a grave just because it's too big around. That actually looks more like where a tree would have fallen. And of course, as I've showed you in the other videos, there's a definite unmarked grave right here, and that could be Jephthah Chambliss or even his wife. Of course, again, we have no way of knowing. I don't see any other impressions in the ground, of course. And another tree has fallen since the last time we were out here, this old cedar tree. They actually cut a little road up to and around the cemetery, and now this tree has fallen, and that's blocking the road. I sure do hate to see these old cedar trees dead and falling. In fact, none of the cedar trees around this cemetery are living anymore. Here's another one right here, and another cedar tree right there. I wonder what happened to the trees to cause them to die. And that cedar tree right there, that one kind of worries me. That one's dead as well, and I hope it doesn't fall over and crush those tombstones as well. But this was just a short video, another short update. I told you guys I'd keep you updated on this cemetery and the progress that is being made to fix the damage that was done. And obviously we can see that this is happening out here, and I'm very glad that this place did wind up being saved. And one reason why I'm so interested in this cemetery, and especially the Jephthah Chambliss burial place, is if you remember from the first video that we did out here, a week before we found this cemetery, we found a cemetery in Talbot County, Georgia, that was the Jephthah Chambliss Cemetery, and it was actually the Jephthah Chambliss who is the father of Jephthah Chambliss out here. And I thought that was just a really neat connection to find those two cemeteries like that. Of course, if you've seen the first video or maybe the second video, you've probably heard all about that because I talked about it then. But I hope you guys enjoyed coming back out here with me today and seeing this place and seeing that it is being taken care of and cleaned up. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.